Hey everybody, it's KB5 MIQ Big Boy. We're going to do a little look at this Kenwood TS 940S. Before I get the camera over here, give you a little history on this radio. This was a competition grade radio back in the day. It's a 10 through 160 radio, covers 10 meters through 160, including the warp bands, all modes, AM, FM, sideband, CW, RIDI. 100-watt output, got a built-in power supply. Now the 940S AT had a built-in tuner. This is just a straight 940S. It was manufactured from 1985 to about 1992, and it was almost a $3,000 radio back in the day. So it was a heck of a radio for what it was. Still a good radio. Radio weighs about 45 pounds, big heavy outfit. It's got built-in power supply. So let's get over here. I'm gonna stop this a minute and we'll get over and get a look at it. Okay, I've put my Kenwood, my Yaesu 897D on top for a size comparison. And if you'll notice, this 897D's got multifunction displays. Everybody knows that. This is a shack-in-the-box radio. It's got HF, VHF, UHF, and 6 meters on it. All mode. Doesn't have built-in power supply, but it's got the capability to take battery for onboard field use. You notice it's got a VFO. It's only got 3 knobs and looks like all 4, 7, 8, maybe 13, 10, 12 buttons on it. All right, and that's as radio to hardly weigh anything. That's as big as it is. Now look down here what it's sitting on. This is the Kenwood 940S I've got borrowed from K1ENT. This is a massive contest grade radio from back in the day. 100-watt output, full coverage, all modes, 10 meters through 160. It covers warp bands, but does not cover 6 meters or any HF, VHF. Look at the difference in the amount of knobs. This doesn't have any multifunction screen. It's got some memory capability, but there's not multifunction screens. Everything on this, every control is going to be a knob or a button. And look at the amount of knobs. You've got attenuators, the automatic gain control. This sets the meter, whatever you want with the meter to read. This is your noise blanker level, mic processor, compressor, mic gain, and power. Here's all your buttons for the different modes. Your frequency readout, meter. You come over here, more different for your A-B split, frequency locks. This is where you change the bands at, right down here. Everything on this radio. It's got the clock running right. This runs all the filtering on it. Everything on here is RIT, transmit and receive adjustments. Everything, all kinds of notch filters, pitch, AF tune, CW, everything in the world you can imagine on a radio like this. I'm running a Kenwood MC80 mic with it. It runs good. There's going to be a clip on here of me and Jeff, so you can hear some of the audio with it and get his feedback on the use of it. Heck of a radio. Big thanks out to K1ENT Kent for loaning it to me to make some videos with. I'm fixing to hook it up this week on FT8. Hopefully that'll be my next video. The guys, these old radios are still out there. MTC gets them from time to time and got some older stuff on there now. And the good thing with Richard, if he'll put a 30-day warranty on it if he tests it out, it's a good thing to get a good warranty on something like that. And if not, if you can get it right, get it to a tech, have them do a little tune-up alignment on them, be a great radio. This one's just a tad off frequency, but not bad. You'll see in the video when I was talking to Jeff on 28.550, and I had him call CQ, and I tuned on him to sound right, and I was on 28.449.7. So that's where I was at with it. These are some beasts of a radios, and back in my day, this was the radio, one of the radios everybody wanted. Now, if you look up here, I got this Paradynamics PDC 600 meter. It's got your SWR meter right there, output power, 3 levels, 10, 100, and 1,000, and modulation levels. This meter, I only give $25 for it at Mina. It appears to work just fine, and evidently there were really well-made meters back in the day by Paradynamics store. That's a PDC 600. All right, just give you a quick look at that radio. I'm gonna plug the video on here with it in operation. We got some weather coming in tonight, so I'm not gonna get on the air on it. But this is a really cool radio to operate, and this is the kind of radio I learned on. Everything's a knob or a button on the front of it, similar to this 08701 I've got over here, which doesn't have near the features, but same way, no multifunction screens or anything like that. Alrighty, I'm gonna flip this around a second. Guys, that's about all I can cover tonight on that. Got a question, and I'm asking for suggestions. I'm looking for topics that will try to help new hams or people get interested in this hobby. Y'all think of anything I can cover, let me know. And one thing, don't tell me you need to bring CW back, because we don't need to do that. You know, that's not going to get people interested in it. But I do try to help new hams with this. And that's one reason I keep talking about this older gear, because a lot of guys are worried about how much it's going to cost to get into the hobby, especially getting on HF. And there's a bunch of good older gear out there. If you don't have anybody can help you pick one out that's good, like I said, always check MTC and look at what Richard's got on his used list. And if it's got a 30-day warranty, it'll be listed on there. But again, don't let that keep you from getting on HF, especially techs, getting on 10 meters. We're having some check-ins on 10 now again. The band's been kind of opening up for us, and we're having some good times with it. Well, that's about all I can think of tonight. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. Old Ham Radio Cat's racked out in there with his mama tonight, so he didn't come in here with me. But again, thanks everybody who subscribed to the channel. Be sure to check MTC out in Parish for any of your ham radio needs. It's KB5 MIQ Big Boy 73.
Didn't seem worse than that the other night. We kind of chasing each other on it, so that's not too bad.
Okay, I'm going to do a little video in here for this next video. How's my signal strength on you right now? KB5 MIQ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's solid S9. Good solid S9. The radio's got a little bit different sound and audio, but we talked about that, once before, and it's not bad or anything. It's just different. But it's a very, very strong audio radio, so it's definitely got a different sound to it. It's a good sound though.
Okay, yeah, I am way back out of the microphone right now, and my ALC is running right where it should be. So I was just kind of curious, where the frequency readout was versus what we were getting and what my audio sounded like.
The audio's great. I wouldn't change the audio at all, especially just for round table. Probably, matter of fact, if you was trying to hit a station, you might just get a little closer to the mic, and that's probably drive your ALC up a little bit doing that. But, as long as you didn't go too far with it, but I'd leave the gain set where it is for me.
Okay, all right, well that sounds good. Yeah, this is a beast of a radio, man. It is something else, especially when it was probably back in the day. It seems to be working real good, just being just a tad off frequency.
That sounds good to me. Good sound, good signal there. It's just a little off, yeah.